Today on Primetime Local News, I'm joined by Rick Mitzel. He is the Executive Director of Sask Mustard and Mustard 21. Rick, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
So I've seen a few farmers talking about mustard on social media saying, hey, maybe I'll get a shot for next year. It seems it might fare a little bit better in a drought. Is this something that farmers should consider?
Mustard is, in theory, a better crop in terms of drought. Like it can be a little bit more drought resistant, especially now we've developed hybrid mustards, and like obviously hybrids are a big portion of the canola acres now. And so we've developed hybrid mustards as well. So they're even better for drought than say your open pollinated varieties of mustard. Now, having said that, the canola varieties have come a long ways as well, and canola has done very well in drought conditions too.
So there are options for farmers. Let's talk about that hybrid mustard that you mentioned. Was it specifically designed for drought tolerance?
No, that was created to increase yield. We had hit the kind of the yield barrier with the open pollinated varieties, and we needed to become more competitive with crops like canola and wheat and barley and so on. So we developed hybrids to increase the yield. Our hybrid yield increase is about 20% over our open pollinateds. So it's a pretty significant step up for the mustard industry. The other thing the hybrids gave us was like a little bit better drought tolerance, as well as better tolerance in season to adverse conditions. So just similar to the hybrids and canolas, the hybrids and mustards came along and really helped us pull the advancements forward.
And how does growing mustard compare to, the other crops that farmers may have a bit more experience with?
The agronomics are very similar to what we have in canola, or what growers are familiar with canola, with seeding depth, fertility, that type of stuff. We have a production manual on our website on the saskmustard.com. We have a production manual there that goes through all the intricacies of it. But what you tend to find is there's less inputs in terms of cost required for mustard. Your seed cost is usually lower. Your fertility isn't probably as high as canola. And then we don't see a lot of spraying for fungicides on mustard right now. And partly that is because it's grown in a drier area. But really, we're going to start looking at, with these hybrid mustards now, we're going to look at trying to expand them into other areas outside of the traditionally grown mustard areas. We've actually seen like canola type yields with mustard in irrigation, for example. So if you take a look at the price of mustard today is very attractive. And so if you take that and if you can get stronger yields by growing it in an area where there's a little more moisture, there's going to be some good returns for the grower there.
Rick, that was all the questions that I had. Are there any other aspects of this you think we should touch on?
Well, like we're looking at new uses for mustard as an organization. So we're trying to expand some of the areas that it's used in. And we're doing all kinds of studies with using mustard. Mustard is a fumigant. So we use it, we're testing it right now to mix in with bedding for cattle and pigs. So there's a lot of unique properties with mustard that help it, going to help it go forward in the future for other uses. So that's one key thing to keep an eye on. Again, the other thing I mentioned earlier was we have a production manual on our website, so it'd be good for growers to take a look at that. And the other option we've got is in Saskatchewan, Regina, we've got a provincial oilseed specialist as well that's available for questions on some of these items as well.
It kind of seems like a good time to get into mustard. Those research projects, what are they showing so far?
Yeah, we've gotten some results back, and we've had to tweak the level of mustard that's in the bedding to get to a little higher level. And so once we've done that, now we're starting to see some good results, but we're still kind of in the early stages of it. But it does look pretty promising, and we've got a variety of new uses that we're working on, several really unique things. So the future actually looks pretty good that way. And the other real big comment too for growers that are considering it is the cost per acre on growing mustard is significantly less than it is on canola as well. So the investment cost is lower.
So it's worth looking into for farmers. Rick, thank you so much for your time today.
Okay, thank you, Jillian. Thanks for your time.